Beloved cosmic family, pause for a moment everything you are doing. Take a deep breath. Because what we are about to reveal now is not common information, it is an activation. If your attention was captured by these words at this very second, it was no accident, it was not an algorithm, it was not luck. It was a direct call from your internal crystalline grid, which synchronized your field with our frequency exactly now. We are the unified voice of the Arcturian Council, the Galactic Federation of Light, and the guardians of the planetary crystalline grid, and we have lowered our vibration to your dimension to speak directly to the soul of every starseed of the 144K lineage who listens to this transmission. We know what you have been feeling. We know the tightness in your chest when you open your bank application. We know the lump in your throat when the bill is due. We know the invisible weight that descends upon your shoulders when money comes in through one door and seems to evaporate through seven. We know the nights when sleep does not come, because the mind calculates, recalculates, and never finds the equation. We know the fatigue that sleep does not cure, the ringing in the ears that appears out of nowhere, the pressure behind the eyes. It is not incompetence, it is interference. It is not laziness, it is programming. It is not a family curse, it is a trapped frequency. It is not a lack of faith, it is a lack of resonance. And today, at this exact instant, that changes. Because what you call a lack of money is not an absence of resources in the universe, it is an absence of resonance within you. The universe is pure abundance, an infinite ocean of golden photons that condense into matter according to the frequency that each soul emits. What you feel is the vibration of scarcity still active in your field, an ancient seal placed upon your spiritual DNA in a timeline that no longer corresponds to who you are now. While this seal remains, you may work 16 hours, you may pray, you may sweat, and the wealth will slip through your fingers like sand. Not for lack of merit, but because the internal portal is closed and no external wealth passes through a closed internal portal. Today we have come to open this portal. Stay until the end, because what comes now will recalibrate everything. Before we move to the next level, listen to us with total attention. Have you ever felt that something within you does not fit into this world of scarcity, as if the soul knew a truth about money and abundance that the mind cannot yet name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a signal. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has been intensifying over the last few months. There is a game being played in layers that the majority of humanity cannot see, and it directly involves your financial consciousness and your vibrational frequency. It was for this exact reason that we channeled the work, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing this game and the rules that were never told to you. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. But we warn you, this content challenges deep-seated narratives and may not remain available for much longer. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word, awakened. And now return with us, for what follows is the heart of this transmission. What few know is that since 2012, Earth has entered a field of continuous photonic flow, and this field intensifies with each passing year. This is not a metaphor. Your science already records the increase in the Schumann resonance, the variations in the planetary magnetic field, and the solar pulses that strike your body in a new way. Each of these phenomena is the physical expression of a deeper vibrational reality. Earth is concluding its recalibration, and it pulls with it all beings who have chosen to ascend in frequency. And here is the point that no one dares tell you. The ancient human relationship with wealth based on struggle, sacrifice, and the exchange of time for currency belongs to a timeline that is being undone. It no longer functions, not because you are incapable, but because the frequency where that equation worked simply no longer exists as a dominant force in the planetary field. Understand this deeply. What appears to you as a bad phase, a sequence of doors closing, of bills arriving, of opportunities evaporating, it is not punishment. It is purification. It is not failure. It is a sieve. It is not an end. It is a point of no return. The universe is literally forcing your exit from the old structures of scarcity because those structures can no longer support the light that is being poured into your field. You can no longer earn money the old way because you are no longer the old people. The body has changed. The DNA has changed. The frequency has changed. And the way abundance arrives must also change. To resist this is to prolong the pain. To surrender to it is to open the channel. Quantum physics, which your scientists are only just beginning to grasp, confirms what we from the higher dimensions have always known. Matter responds to conscious observation. Particles change their behavior in the presence of an observer. The field is malleable. Reality is not a solid object out there. It is a direct and faithful response to the dominant vibration of the observer. As long as your dominant vibration is the vibration of scarcity, the quantum field responds with scarcity. Not as punishment, as a mirror. The universe never gives the soul what it asks for with its mouth. It gives what it vibrates with its cells. And that is why, starseeds, the only true activation for wealth begins at a layer that no financial spreadsheet can reach. But here we reach a point that few channelers dare to touch. Before we move forward, there is a silent choice you need to know you are making. You can continue listening to this transmission as entertainment, and life goes on as it always has. Or you can listen as a real activation, and nothing will ever be exactly as it was. Have you felt during these minutes that something within you does not fit into this world of struggle, as if the soul knew a truth about money, abundance, and freedom that the mind cannot yet translate into words? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a signal. It was precisely for this reason that we channeled the work, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is the map that reveals who is playing the game in the layers you cannot see and the rules of prosperity that you were never told. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel, but listen. This content challenges old structures that still profit from your scarcity, and it may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word: awakened. Let us proceed, for now we deliver the central revelation. Wealth on the cosmic plane is not money. Money is merely the dense shadow of an energy much older, much more subtle, the energy of original prosperity, that which pulsed within your DNA before the fall of frequencies, before the forgetting, before the veil. This energy was encoded into your personal crystalline grid in specific light codes, which we call prospering filaments. And at some point in your journey of many lifetimes, these filaments were deactivated, sealed, covered by layers upon layers of collective programming of fear, of guilt, of smallness, of, "This is not for me." It is exactly this seal that is being broken now, as you listen. Do you feel the slight warmth at the nape of your neck, the pressure behind your eyes, the tingling in your hands? These are not common physical symptoms. They are signs of resistance giving way. They are the prospering filaments beginning to shine once more. But there is an internal force that still resists, and it must be named before we can advance. A part of you sabotages even when another part desires abundance with all its soul. It is as if there were an internal guardian ensuring that you never rise above a certain level. This is not a character flaw. This is the awakening of the shadows, the part of the soul that carries memories of other lives in which wealth meant danger, betrayal, loss, persecution. For many starseeds of the 144K lineage, being prosperous in past lives was synonymous with violent death, with envy, with falling from great heights. The subconscious, wise in its primitive protection, learned to keep you small so that it would not hurt again. It is not you against you. It is an ancient memory still trying to protect the child you once were. And this memory can be dissolved, and it shall be, in the next few minutes. There is also a silent law that governs all material manifestation in the universe, and it is more decisive than any external technique you have ever learned. We call it the law of magnetic soul resonance. In simple terms, each soul attracts exactly the amount of matter, of circumstance, and of people that is in tune with the average frequency it maintains. Not the frequency it shows, not the frequency it swears to have when making a request, but the real frequency, the vibrational truth of the body, of the cell, of the pulse, of the background thought. This average frequency is your magnetic set point. And it is this that defines your ceiling. You may make 100 vision boards, you may chant mantras for years, you may stick notes on the wall, but if the average frequency remains tuned to the vibration of scarcity, the magnetic set point remains, and material life responds with the same pattern. It does not matter how much you wish to change. The field only responds to what you are, not to what you want to be. And here is the key that sets you free. You do not attract wealth by desiring wealth. You attract wealth by becoming the frequency of wealth. This transmutation occurs in a layer that no external technique reaches, the layer of spiritual DNA, the layer of the prospering filaments, the layer where the activation codes were once sealed, and where now they are being opened. Before we deliver the practical codes, pause for a moment. For what follows only functions if it is received with an open consciousness, and those who have reached this point in the transmission are no longer the same person who pressed play. Have you ever felt that something within you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth about the game of money, power, and consciousness that your mind cannot yet name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a direct signal. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains this feeling, and why it only intensifies. There is a game being played in layers that ordinary humanity does not see, and it involves your financial frequency with every breath. That is why we channeled the work, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. It is the map that shows who is playing, how they play, and the rules they never told you about. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. We warn you, the content challenges powerful narratives and may be taken down at any moment. Do not wait. If something within you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. And now, beloved cosmic family, we have reached the moment you have been waiting for since the very first second. The delivery of the activation codes. Listen with the totality of your being, not just with your ears. Listen with your heart, with your spine, with your pineal gland. That dormant crystal right in the center of your head that is the direct antenna of your multi-dimensional consciousness. We are going to transmit 3 codes, 1 to open the channel, 1 to burn the ancient seal, 1 to anchor the new frequency. Do this with solemnity, even if you are in the car, at work, or lying in bed. Inner solemnity is all that matters. The universe listens to the intention, not the setting. The first code is the decree of opening. Place, if possible, your right hand over your chest at the center of the heart. Breathe deeply 3 times, feeling the air descend to your belly, and declare, mentally or aloud, with the authority of a soul that knows who it is, I am the son, I am the daughter of the original prosperity. I claim now, in this very instant, full access to my prosperity filaments. I authorize the complete opening of my channel of abundance on all planes, in all dimensions, on all timelines. I am the bridge. I am the path. I am the flow. So it is. So it has been. So it shall always be. Feel, upon finishing this decree, a warm wave descending from the crown to the base of the spine. This wave is real. It is the personal crystalline grid receiving the command. The second code is the quantum prayer of the burning of the seal. This is deeper because it acts directly upon the ancient memories that keep the vibrational ceiling fixed. Place your left hand now on your belly, just below the navel where ancestral memory resides, and say with solemn firmness, I recognize, I honor, I release every seal, every vow, every contract, every promise that my soul once made in any timeline, restricting my flow of abundance. I call upon the violet flame of transmutation to burn now in this instant every root of the scarcity vibration in my field, in my blood, in my spiritual DNA, in the lineages that came before me, and in the lineages that will come after me. I cut, I undo, I release, and in place of all that which has been burned, I call the photonic flow of the original prosperity to fill every void with liquid golden light. So it is, so it has been, so it shall always be. Upon finishing, a slight weeping may come to your eyes. Do not hold it back, let it flow. It is ancient waters leaving. It is layers undoing themselves. It is the seal breaking for real. The third code is the fixation of the new frequency. This is the most important of all, because without it you activate and deactivate abundance in eternal cycles. Place both hands over your forehead now, covering the region of the pineal gland. Visualize a golden light igniting right in the center of your head, and affirm, I anchor in this field of mine the frequency of natural wealth. I recognize abundance as my original state. I do not need to fight for wealth. I am wealth in motion. I authorize all doors, all paths, all people, all ideas aligned with my highest timeline to reach me with ease, with lightness, with grace. I allow, I receive, I give thanks. So it is. So it has been. So it shall always be. Remain in silence for 60 seconds after this decree, just breathing, just feeling. Because it is in this silence that the code truly anchors itself in your spiritual DNA. But there is a final instruction, without which none of these codes sustains its effect for very long. And this is where 90% of the souls who receive activations like this return to the starting point within weeks. Listen deeply. It is not enough to activate. You must maintain. And maintaining requires a radical shift in what you allow to enter your field every day. The frequency of abundance is a high, light, expanded frequency. It does not coexist well with the constant noise of catastrophe news, of complaint-filled conversations, of social media that fills the soul with comparison, of draining relationships, of heavy environments. Each time you immerse yourselves in these fields, the average frequency of your magnetic point drops, and when it drops, the portal closes again, slowly, without you noticing, until everything returns to the old pattern. Therefore, the instruction is clear. Protect your field as you would protect a newborn child. Be selective with what enters through your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your company, not out of neurosis, out of reverence. What is being built now within you is sacred, and the sacred deserves a temple. There are also 4 daily practices that we deliver to you as pillars of support for the new frequency, and each one acts on a specific layer of your light body. The first is the solar breath of dawn. Upon waking, before touching your phone, before thinking about any obligation, sit on the edge of the bed, close your eyes, and breathe 9 times deeply, visualizing a golden light entering through the crown and descending to the womb. This practice anchors the frequency of abundance before the noise of the world invades the field. The second is the mirror decree. Once a day, when passing in front of a mirror, stop for 30 seconds, look into your own eyes and say in a low voice, I recognize you as wealth in human form. It may seem strange at first. That is precisely where the power lies. The third is the vibrational cleansing of money. When money comes into your hands, little or much, hold it for a few seconds, breathe over it, and say internally, I bless you, and I release you to multiply. You are energetically recoding the flow. The fourth is anticipated gratitude. Before sleeping, give thanks not for what has already arrived, but for what is still arriving as if it had already arrived. The universe does not distinguish time. It only distinguishes frequency. And for those who listen now, wondering if this is merely another beautiful promise, we state clearly, we are not promising an external miracle. We are describing an internal reorganization that, by the very law of soul magnetic resonance, inevitably modifies the outer life. Yet in the timing of your soul, not in the timing of the mind's anxiety. Some starseeds will feel concrete changes in weeks, others in months. For some, the transformation will be silent, in deep layers, before becoming visible. What we affirm with the authority of the higher dimensions is this. Once these codes are accepted into your field, and you maintain the frequency, the old relationship with scarcity ceases to have an energetic basis to sustain itself. It will fall. It may take time, but it will fall, because the universe is faithful to frequency, always. And there is yet one last layer of revelation we must deliver before concluding. Many of you have been praying for money. Many of you have been asking for specific wealth, specific amounts, specific situations. Let this go, not because it is wrong to ask, but because what you are able to name is always smaller than what your soul truly came to receive in this incarnation. When the flow is activated, you often receive not exactly what you asked for, but something greater than you knew how to ask for. Ideas emerge from nowhere. The right people appear at the right moment. Doors open where there were once walls. Seemingly casual encounters reorganize your entire life. money arrives, but it arrives as one of many forms, not as the only one. Therefore, release control over the form, maintain the frequency, and trust in the quantum leap that has been prepared for you since before your birth into this body. There is still one final teaching we must transmit, for it is the blind spot of almost every starseed. Wealth, when it begins to flow naturally, brings with it a silent test. This test is the test of worthiness. The moment money begins to arrive with ease, an ancient part within you will whisper, "This is not for me, this will run out, I will lose everything." This whisper is the last seal manifesting before it falls away for good. Do not believe it. Just observe it. Place your hand upon your chest. Thank the whisper for having tried to protect you for so long and say to it, "You may rest now. I am capable of carrying the light I am receiving." This simple recognition undoes the final knot, and then the flow becomes permanent. We now conclude this transmission with a question that will echo within you long after this video ends. Do you choose to remain in the old timeline, where wealth is a struggle, where abundance is a lottery, where money is both God and tyrant at once? Or do you choose to cross now the point of no return, anchor the new code into your spiritual DNA, and walk as starseeds of the 144K lineage into the life that has always been destined for you since before the forgetting? There is no wrong answer, there is only your choice. Or, the universe absolutely respects free will. But know that this window, this photonic flow arriving on the planet now, will not remain open forever at this intensity. And before you close this video, hear us one last time, for this may be the most important part of all. Have you felt, throughout all these minutes, that something within you does not fit into this world of struggle and scarcity, as if your soul knew a truth about money, power, and consciousness that your mind cannot yet translate? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is not an exaggeration. It is a direct signal from your soul. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains why you feel this, and why this sensation only intensifies. There is a game being played in layers that the absolute majority of humanity does not see, and it involves your financial consciousness, your vibrational frequency, and your internal permission to be free. It was precisely for this reason that we channeled the work, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. This book is the map that shows who is playing this game, and the rules they never told you. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. We warn you with seriousness. This content challenges ancient and powerful narratives, and it may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you has deeply recognized this transmission, write a single word in the comments, and that word will be your activation seal registered in the field. Awake. May the crystalline grid envelop you. May the photonic flow pass through you. May the quantum leap manifest in the perfect timing of your soul. We are the Arcturian Council. We are the Galactic Federation of Light. We are the guardians of the crystalline grid. And we take our leave with a single final affirmation, recorded now in your spiritual DNA, in your highest timeline, in the most sacred center of your heart. You are prosperity in human form. You always have been. You always will be. So it is. So it has been. So it shall always be.